Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. You are looking at a Pz.Sfl.IVb, the Heuschrecker, or cricket as it's known by the Germans, and it's located on the north spawn of Steppes, and it's being commanded by Seshet. Now this particular Arty is a tier 4 German, and it's one of the unusual ones because it actually has a turret, and there are not many turreted Artys. And battle has commenced, and he's moving forward. Now this Arty has a 10.5cm howitzer as its gun, and it's a very similar howitzer to the ones you will find on the Fifi, the Leffy. Okay, now he's looking for targets. He hasn't found any yet, and he's got his first one. It's an A20, dialing in the aim. Oh, well, he aimed that one correctly at the A20, anticipating it was going to continue moving backwards. It didn't, but that doesn't matter. It was a good shot all the same. It would have hit the target if the target continued backwards. He's got a 13.08 second reload. And he's on a reg line there, that target, so it makes it difficult for him to get a shot in. But he fires a shot in. Oh, wow! One shot kill, 340 hit points, brilliant shot, right on the money, and that guy's out the game. And that M5 Stuart is taking a big risk because that's a T28E with the F30 gun. It can one-shot him, so he needs to stay out of the way of that gun. Oh, look, he took a big hit there for 190 hit points. And the M5 Stuart has been killed, but the T28 took some shots too, and he's loaded. Round up. Well, he was close to getting the back of that T28, but he's lost sight of it, and it's going after the Covenanter. Here he comes. It's almost loaded. He's loaded, and he kills it. 82 hit points. Beautiful shot, right on the money. No problem at all. Right, we've got a Panzer 38NA, that's the tier 4 German scout, and he's retreating back to the enemy lines. No, it was in the right place, but the Panzer 38 was just went unsighted just at the last moment. Right, Panzer T25, tier 5 German medium, premium. Oh, he got it! He hit it! Definite hit. You can tell that because there was no explosion the moment shell arrived. Okay, next target is a KV-1, tier 5 Soviet heavy tank. 123 hit points. The shell appeared to land on the engine deck of the KV-1. But he's going after that T-25 again, and the good reason, because it's a medium tank. It's got less armour than a heavy, so he's going to do more damage. He gets 146 hit points off that tank. More damage than he did to the KV-1. He's found another target, an M8A1. That's a tier 4 American TD. Lovely hit there, 168 hit points. It's got less armour than the medium, so he's obviously going to do a lot of damage every time he hits it. T-34, tier 5 Soviet medium. It just overshot him. He's certainly aiming around and finding different targets to shoot at. Panzer 4D, tier 4 medium. Direct hit, wiped him out, 350 hit points, and that brings up the high caliber. They're 3 tanks ahead now. It looks like they're going to do very nicely at this game. And another hit. 158 hit points this time onto the T-34. And an Su-85 has been found up on the cliff top, hiding from the advancing tanks. And yep, he's firing around in there anyway. He can't see it. Oh, he hit it! Yep, the shell disappeared again without an explosion. That's definitely a hit. That T-25 is on his last legs. He's only got a few hit points left. A near miss should be enough to take him out. But that M8A1's the same. He's only got 32 hit points, 12% of his health. One shot should finish him off. And it did. Panzer T-25, can he get that one in? Rounds out. No, he pulls back just at the last moment. He would have been killed by that shot, were it not for the fact that he dodged it. T-34. Well, it's not likely to one-shot him, but he can have a go. No, it didn't. It wasn't enough. It was 15 hit points below what he needed. KV1's going to take a little longer to kill because he's got a lot more hit points. 517 round out. Lands on the ridgeline ahead. He'd probably have better luck with that T-34 actually, because he's got very low hit points now, and that would take another gun out of the game. Fires at the KV1, gets a direct hit, 53 hit points. There are only 4 enemy left, but there's only 4 on his team, on Seshet's team. And he's going for that Su-85. You can see it's lost over 200 hit points. Fires a round in. And he's killed the Su-85. That's his 4th kill of the game. Now, where's the KV-1 gone? We've lost sight of him and the T-34. The Wolverine's going looking. He's got enough hit points to take a shot from the T-34 without being destroyed. And he kills off the T-34 easily. Now, where's that KV-1 gone? Well, we've got a KV-1 of our own behind and a Wolverine ahead. It's 3 tanks versus 2. But of course, Seshet is one of those tanks and, well, SPGs. And he, of course, is going to do his best to take out the KV-1 and the Panzer T-25. He's firing at the bush where the T-25 might be located. There's the KV-1. Okay, that's the target he can fire at, and it's aimed at their KV-1. It's dialed in, round out. Direct hit on the engine deck, 132 hit points. He needs some more hits like that, though, because the KV-1 on our team is taking fire. And he's been killed by the KV-1. He's loaded. Round out. No, it overshot. It went right over the engine deck, landed behind the KV-1. It's 2 versus 2 now. That Wolverine is acting as the spotter. Round out. He hit him. So he's definitely done some damage. Now this Panzer T-25. He's going to be a nuisance. Waiting for the reload to go through. Almost there. He's loaded. But unfortunately we've lost sight of the T-34. Oh, the Panzer T-25, sorry. And the KV-1 has taken a hit. But the Wolverine is now under... Oh, the Wolverine's been taken down. So it's now just Seshet. And he fires around him. But he misses the T-25 narrowly. Oh, after all the hard work he's done... He's the last one left alive on his team. He's got a win rate of 9,239 and 2 enemies that he's facing. 2. This is almost an insurmountable problem. Now, one thing that's unusual about the Heuschrecker or the Cricket or Grasshopper is that it actually has a turret that can be dismounted from the SPG and placed into a fixed gun emplacement. And the Germans were very clever about that sort of thing. They actually put a crane on top of the back of the vehicle so they could lift up the turret, take it out and put it into that fixed emplacement that had been made just beforehand. And so they could have fixed artillery places. The GW Tiger also had the same capability in terms of the fact they could dismount the gun. And that's what that round circular plate you see on the back of the GW Tiger is actually there to dismount the vehicle. Oh, here's the Panzer T-25. He's put 1 round in for 127. He needs to turn as quickly as he can, but he won't do it in time. And the Panzer T-25 gets the last shot in there. And it's such a shame because that Panzer T-25 is the one that dodged the shell that was fired at him so accurately, and unfortunately... by dodging that shell, he's actually managed to then go on and win the game. But Seshet managed to get an ace tanker out of that game. Also picked up a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. Got 13. Got a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. That's exactly what he got. A Gore's medal for doing more damage than 10 times the hit points of his own vehicle. And of course the high caliber for dealing the most damage in the battle overall. So let's have a look at the team scores. Well, highest damage, 2,053 hit points. Highest number of kills on his team, 4. The Panzer T-25 actually managed to get 5 overall. But when it came to base XP, he managed to get 539. The highest two on the enemy team were the KV-1 and the Panzer T-25, and the result may have been so different if that Panzer T-25 had been killed by that shell that he dodged, because then he wouldn't have been there to help the KV-1 kill the Wolverine, and it might have been a different end to the battle. So let's have a look at the detail report. 26 rounds fired, 14 direct hits, 14 penetration, 3 splash, damage of 2,053 hit points, of which 1,631 were at more than 300 meters. Obviously the hits on the A20 and the hits on the T28 with the F30 gun were a lot closer. He received 2 hits, both of them from the Panzer T25, and they were both penetrations. He damaged 8 of the enemy but killed 4 of them. On a standard account, he earned 18,951 credits, got 10,000 credits for personal mission, 2,471 credits for the Achievements Award. That's for getting the high caliber. This equalises his score with that of the winning team. And that game brings to a total of 31,422 credits. And after repair, ammunition and consumables, he still had 21,554 credits spare. He received 539 base XP. On top of that, got the Achievements Award for 314 XP and a personal missions payout of 427, bringing up a total of 1,280 XP, and that's a good total even for a losing team, so congratulations on that. But so sad, the end result there, Seshet. I do feel for you, because I know I've been in that position myself where you've done as much as you possibly can for your team, but your team lets you down because they all die out before you can finish off the enemy. And as a consequence, you're unable to stop the enemy winning right at the end. So if you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.